Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong of Zhong No Cage Fighting Series number 6, going down November 12th in the heart of San Francisco, Keys Harbor Pavilion. Right next to me, we have a MMA veteran, Brendan Olson, that I haven't seen you for probably 3 years now.
Yeah.
And you fought on my event like before the pandemic, and I know recently you just coming back out of fight, and you just got a fight like a month ago, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with you for the last 4 or 5 years.
I mean, a lot. For a while, I was focusing on my grappling. I actually went to compete at the East Coast ADCC trials.
Right.
So I wasn't really thinking about MMA for a while. After, pandemic kind of cleared up and there were shows that started again, I wanted to get back into MMA. So I ended up fighting in Modesto, like you said, about a month ago.
Right.
Lost the decision to Sal Rosario. But it was good to get back in there and fight. I definitely missed it. It's something that I really need in my life. Jiu-jitsu is important, but MMA is kind of where my heart's at. So.
Now, where do you train at right now, Brendan?
So primarily right now I train at the Resistance Fitness Center in Pleasanton, California. I train a little bit all over the place too. I like to kind of do that. I gotta, train jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. I like getting different training partners and things like that. But primarily I'm in Pleasanton right now.
That's a fairly new gym, right? Resistance?
Yeah, it's a good gym. I mean, it's a lot of people that I've been known for a while now. A lot of good guys out of there, a lot of good training partners. So.
And that gym has been opening, for the last 2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years, probably to this month.
It's about 2 years?
Open. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, guys running that gym is obviously the OG of the sport. You've got a lot of great coaches coming out of that gym, so I'm just glad to finally have somebody from Resistance to fight on my event. Trying to get some new gyms and old gym closing, new gyms open. The last few years is kind of like a roller coaster in the MMA industry. It's pretty crazy, What's your thought on your last fight a month and a half ago?
Pretty much went out there, fought a tough opponent. I definitely gassed in the third round.
Oh wow!
I mean, it was a tough fight. I know Sal was tired too. He was able to push a little bit harder, but mostly it's just one of those things that's you don't remember what it's like to be in there until you're back in there. You can spar all you want, but as soon as somebody's trying to take your head off, winging as hard as they can,
the adrenaline kicks in. The pressure kicks in. It's a little different than the gym.
Yeah, but since then, I've really been prioritizing my conditioning, my strength training. I know it's a cliche that I always laugh at, but right now I kind of feel like I'm in the best shape that I've been in, honestly, ever. There's always one thing that I wrestled all through middle school, high school, did jiu-jitsu. I always did really well technically, and was always kind of had the martial arts aspect, but never the athlete. So it's something I've been trying to embrace a lot more lately.
So now, what belt are you in jiu-jitsu?
So jiu-jitsu, I'm a purple belt, but I primarily train in no-gi anyways.
So you don't get much of a recognition.
Yeah, I was probably a blue belt for about 7 years. So I even when I was competing, it wasn't in gi. So again, I was also training at CSA for a while, and I was.
They split, right?
Yeah, and so I just haven't really had a consistent jiu-jitsu school I've been going to. Like I said, I see this as a sport that I don't have any ill will towards anybody. That's always been something that I just try to keep my friends close, and I appreciate everybody that's helped me through this sport. But it's hard when you've got life outside of the gym, and people move, people, stuff gets complicated. But stuff like that, I've been training jiu-jitsu for many years. And
what do you do for work?
So I actually am a personal trainer, mainly for kids and young adults with autism. I actually have my own business. It's called Shine Bright Fitness. I mainly train people at a gym called ATP Fitness in San Ramon. They have a really nice facility there. That's My dog Jojo over there got a husky about 5-6 months ago, so now I'm a pet parent.
That's pretty
she's-
awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
She's me and my wife's child right now.
You got married?
Yeah, in 2020.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The last time I talked to you a few years ago, you were still a single young man. You know, was still a young man, but like this is great. So now this upcoming event, you're fighting a guy, Matt Chapman from El Nino Training Center in the Bay Area. So what's your thought on an opponent like him?
So I haven't had a chance to kind of research him too much. I know he's a strong guy, strong grappler. I saw on his record that he competed at 170 a lot as an amateur, so I'm expecting him to be bigger and stronger than me. That's kind of a common thing, people that I fight and compete against. I never cut much weight. So something that I've always had to deal with, but I'm sure he's going to be tough. He trains, I think, primarily out of El Nino.
Right.
Again, like, I wish I didn't have to fight people I'm at least used to be in affiliated. I used to train out of Nick Diaz Academy for a long time. I was Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu for a long time. So I wish I didn't have to fight anybody that was El Nino affiliated, but it seems like those are the only matchups that are available nowadays.
Well, it's business, you know, strictly business, no personal, and sometimes, like, time to time, people fight each other, but as long as you never train with the guy, you know, get in there and do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with Sal. I've trained out at
That's right.
Team Santos a couple times, and I don't
And
think
Sal
I ever trained.
trains with Matt Chapman, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're both Santos and and El Nino. I mean, Sal's a good guy. I mean, I talked to him after the fight, and you know, there's no hatred. Definitely got the better of me that night.
You ever
It is
think
what it
about
is.
a rematch against Sal?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not much for rematches. I kind of feel like, especially like.
Done is a done.
Yeah, and at this point in my career, I'm just trying to get experience and move on to that next level, and I don't see much. I don't know, much in the way of if a rematch, and then if I am able to beat him, then it's, I don't know. We've already faced each other. Maybe
someday down the line.
Yeah.
Someday down the line when you guys.
Yeah.
A few years later have many more fights, and if you're running into each other in a different promotion.
Yeah, that's my other two losses that I've had. One was against Cesar Gonzalez for on your show.
That's right. You
Yeah.
fought Cesar Gonzalez.
I train with them sometimes now.
That's
comes to
awesome.
resistance.
Do you have anybody that 155 pound that you wants to fight?
Talking about meeting somebody down the line, my first loss in my pro career was against Gerard Blackledge. He trains, at least at the time, he was at a syndicate in Vegas. I actually went out to Vegas to fight him. He was actually able to stop me. I had a bad weight cut, it's my excuse. Gassed after the first round, and he ended up finishing me on the ground by doctor stoppage. So
How many years ago?
Oh, that was right after. That was probably half a year, 4 to 5 months before that. So it's 3.5 years.
Wow.
Almost. I know he's fought on the Contender Series for the UFC, I think twice. So that's one, you know, stoppage loss is something I'd like to have eventually. But again, same thing with him, like no ill will, like it's just kind of performance based. I'd like to get that performance back. So
Nice. Now, do you have any special loved one training partner, coaches, that supporters, or that you want to shout out to?
I mean, supporters, I've had a lot. I'd like to give a shout out to Livermore Barbershop in Livermore, California. They've been one of my longest sponsors. Financially, actually I go there and get cut up right now because I basically wait so long that I look homeless, and then they gotta like put me back together. But they keep the mullet. You know, there's a great spot to go for fades and mullets. So they've got a couple people that specialize in that.
That's awesome.
That's nice. I've been rocking the mullet since I think like 2015.
Yeah, I remember that.
Before I got popular, mullets and Crocs.
Yeah.
Everybody made fun of me for about 3-4 years, and about 2020 they started getting popular. I guess that'd be about 5 years people made fun of me, and
That's
now
awesome.
everybody you see, they either got Crocs or a mullet. So
Now, you're fighting 155 pound weight class. What do you walk around weigh right now?
So right now I'm probably only about 167.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about going down to 145?
I think about it a lot, but there's no way. There's
the extra 10 pound make a difference.
Yeah, I fought Sal was at 150,
Yes.
and that's because I was walking around a lot lighter at the time. Probably since beginning or whatever, since 2020, I was walking around much lighter. I was at the most 163, 162.
Damn.
But I don't have a problem with weight as far as like I'm always relatively skinny. I just have a problem keeping on mass and keeping on muscle.
Do you lifting weight?
Now I am.
Yeah.
Before I was just sparring and grappling and running.
Hoist Gracie style back in the old days.
Yeah.
No weightlifting, just Jello, rubber man stuff, type of stuff.
But now I'm definitely trying, like I said, to kind of embrace
Get
that
some
aspect.
strength conditioning.
Doing a lot more squats, deadlifts, heavy weights.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So now, if people want to get a hold of you to come buy tickets, watching you fight, we are 3 weeks out. How can people contact you from a social media?
So most active on Instagram. I've got a pretty unique Instagram handle. It's @FlexWang. It's been that way for a while. You can hit me up on Facebook as well. Just Brandon Olson. And you can get some tickets for me there, or most people that know me, they got my phone number. So
the last time you sell some tickets to having your fans come watching you fight, remember that was 3 years ago, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like now after the pandemic, a lot of fighters don't even remember hustle tickets and stuff. So local fighters don't make much money for the local regional shows until they get a bigger platform. So make sure you guys come support local fighters, get a Brandon and get a ticket from him, so hopefully he can draw a little crowd, and then for him to walk out. So it'd be kind of nice to have a regional scene of regional family members come support regional fighters. So this event's live stream pay-per-view nationwide. So if you guys cannot make it to the event, making sure you guys order your live stream pay-per-view from DragonHouseMMA.com. Make comments on my video and likes, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Help me to grow my YouTube channel. So now, if Matt Chapman watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
Good luck.
Good luck. That's gonna be a good fight, and I know both you guys. Matt Chapman just turned pro, I believe, like a few months ago, and he's 0-1 now. So I'm sure he's pretty motivated, trying to get a W on his pro record. And then I know you're coming off a split decision loss, trying to motivate to get back in there. Hopefully, he can get the W as well. Definitely, it's gonna be very, very evenly matchup. So let's see who is better man on coming out on November 12th for that coming up matchup. So any last word you want to say to anyone else out there?
No, just come watch me fight. I probably only got about a year left if I keep losing these fights. So if you don't come watch now, probably gonna miss it. So
get a Brandon Olson. Give him some love and support. Good to have you on board, brother. I'm Zhong Lo signing out. And then for more info about the fight card layout, check out DragonHouseMMA.com. Follow me on Instagram and DM me. We have a full schedule next year, 2023. Besides, we have a brand new Dragon House Academy. It's gonna be much nicer than the old one we have here. So making sure you guys stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram, and then the upcoming 4 events on 2023 schedule is already lined up. So we'll see you guys soon. But November 12th, don't forget, we'll have title fight, 2 female fights on the card. So come check it out. And good to have you on board, Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you.
November 12th.